Halloween costumes 2023 animatronics have been revealed. Let's take a look. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and I am very happy to say that the best animatronics of 2023 have officially been released. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that was a complete joke. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Halloween Costumes 2023 animatronic lineup has officially been shown off on their website. Today, we have 4 brand new for 2023 animatronics to take a look at, with official stock photos, some videos, prices, names, all of that jazz. Now, these props have been sparking up some very strong opinions, and I'm not gonna lie, I have some of those thoughts too when it comes to these props. I'm gonna talk about all that in today's video, so without any further ado, let's talk about them. Alright, so let's start this off on a somewhat positive note with the brand new Headless Horseman animatronic coming from Halloween Costumes for 2023. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, out of the 4 animatronics we're going to take a look at today, this one is 100% my favorite of the batch, and that's because I think I had the least issues with it out of any of the animatronics. Number 1, I think the look of this guy is definitely tolerable for a Headless Horseman. He isn't the best looking Headless Horseman we've seen from any Halloween company, but I think the look is definitely alright. First of all, I like that the colors are not obnoxiously red for the kind of like interior of the suit. It's kind of a dark red, you got some blacks in there, you got some grays in there, and it's not kind of too much in your face. It's very decayed looking, very kind of dark, and that's what the Headless Horseman should look like. I also really enjoy the look of the pumpkin. Obviously, it's very plasticky looking, but I like the paint job with the lots of blacks in there, some grays, some bright oranges, some dark oranges. Just a large color palette for the pumpkin that really makes it look realistic and, again, decayed and kind of old and creepy. I don't have a ton of issues with the general look of this guy. This guy just has a simple side-to-side animation while the pumpkin kind of flickers on and off with the LED I just talked about. Don't have a huge issue with the animation. It's simple, of course. You couldn't really do more with a Headless Horseman just because he has no head, so mouth movement or something like that isn't really an option. Now, talking about the things I don't like about the Headless Horseman, like I said, there's the least things I don't like about this guy compared to the other animatronics. Really, my main thing is the audio.
The legend lives! Now where is Crane?
The audio on this guy is definitely not fitting at all. I'm not even going to say by any stretch of the imagination, the audio does not fit this guy, and it's simply because of the tone. I'm not even going to say that the phrases themselves are poorly written or not done well or anything like that. They're very just kind of generic, and they make sense for a Headless Horseman. What I don't like is the voice that we're hearing. There is basically no editing that goes into the voice. It almost seems like they had like a voice actor just talking to a microphone, and they just exported that raw audio and put it into the animatronic without editing it at all or trying to make it sound creepy. It's very, very basic. It just sounds like a generic guy that they pulled off the street, and that's definitely my main issue with it, because when you see this, you're kind of intimidated by it. It's kind of creepy, and then you hear him talk, and it sounds like just some dude that Halloween Costumes found. I don't really understand why the audio is like this. I don't really understand why they didn't try to make it a little bit scarier, but I will tell you, this is a reoccurring theme with the audio that I have an issue with that you'll hear throughout this video with the other animatronics. This guy be retailing for $260 United States dollars, $259.99, and I mean, the price isn't terrible. There are ones that we'll take a look at that I think the prices are really, really bad. This one is just kind of average, and overall, the Headless Horseman is a, okay prop. Alright, so next up we have a set of animatronics simply named the Creepy Twin Boys. Definitely a weird name for an animatronic, but that's what Halloween Costumes has named them. As we can see, this is just a set of, just like the name says, creepy twin boys. Each of them has the bone of their arm sticking out. You can see like their kind of forearm and their hand for both of them. I guess the idea is that they're supposed to be like zombified in a way. They has like some weird marks on their face, very creepy looking, I guess. They have white LED eyes, and the animation is kind of that they go next to each other, and then their arm that they're kind of holding hands. Those arms kind of go up in the air as they move side to side. I'm not gonna lie, I am definitely not a big fan of these props. The look of them, very, very cheap looking. They don't look high quality at all. I mean, the faces are not the most terrible horrendous faces for an animatronic. They definitely aren't. I think it's more the audio and the kind of cheapness that I don't like about these guys, because again, I feel like the quality of it, like the face sculpt isn't terrible, but the quality of the face is what's kind of getting me, and it almost looks like a cheap, like, I don't even know what kind of material, almost latex, maybe latex, but like very, very thin latex. It's kind of hard to tell just based off this. My main issue with these props, or prop, I'm not really sure what I should say, just as the Headless Horseman, is the audio.
We don't feel so good.
If you listen to this audio, you are definitely going to think the same thing I think, because, once again, just like the Headless Horseman, it sounds like they got voice actors just to come in, record audio, and then they didn't edit it at all. They were just like, we're just going to take this audio and put it right into the animatronics, because it just sounds like regular people talking. There was nothing special about it, no editing, nothing creepy about it. And then another thing I really hate about the audio is that after everything they say, there's this weird zombie groan sound effect. I'm not really sure why these guys say that groaning sound so much and so often for the audio, because again, since it's not very edited, it just sounds very, very funny to me. Like, it doesn't sound scary at all. If they would have just edited it, even just a tad, it wouldn't have been great still, but at least it would have been like, it looked like they were trying. I don't know. It doesn't sound scary to me. That's the thing that's lacking. It sounds funny and not scary. This set of animatronics will be retailing for $159.99, $160 I don't know. It's an average price. I mean, you're getting a set of animatronics. They've got LED eyes. They've got some movement. They have some weird zombie groan sounds. I don't know. Is it worth it? Maybe. I don't know. Again, I would have to see these guys in person. You could definitely spend $160 a lot better on a lot of other Halloween animatronics from a lot of other Halloween companies. But if you really like these guys, I mean, it isn't outrageous to pay $160. I just personally wouldn't, because I think you could buy some better props for that price tag. Alright, so next is when things start to go just insane, completely off the rails bonkers in my personal opinion, because this is the Evil Triplets Halloween animatronic coming from Halloween Costumes for 2023. Now, obviously, when you look at these things for the first time, you're going to think of Wednesday Addams, and I can't help but think that Halloween Costumes is kind of going with that for the look of these guys. They're going to try to kind of take the look of that so that more people will buy it, maybe, because it reminds them of Wednesday. I have no idea. All I know is that they definitely look like Wednesday Addams. It's the hair, it's the outfit. Everything about these guys screams Wednesday. Now, obviously, it doesn't seem like these guys do much at all. If you take a look at the little GIF video that Halloween Costumes has up, they don't have the full video up just yet. We can tell that they kind of, the ones in the back, the two behind ones, just kind of move their head side to side. And then, obviously, these things also have some white LED eyes, just like the creepy twin boys we just took a look at. Now, the reason I say things start to go completely off the rails with the Evil Triplets is because, in my opinion, right off the bat, these things are probably my least favorite in terms of the appearance out of the four we're going to take a look at today. The faces look very, very weird. They almost look alien-like in a way, because they look like, I don't even know, like weird dolls that you would buy. They don't look like Halloween animatronics, because they almost look like a quality that you would not see in a Halloween animatronic, because of that weird texture we're seeing in the face. I can't describe it at all. They look very weird. I also don't love how they're all the same exact character, just duplicated 3 times. That's also kind of weird. But my main thing, my main issue with the Evil Triplets is when you hear the price tag. These things, this set of 3, will be retailing for $389.99, 390 United States dollars. I have no idea where Halloween Costumes is getting this price tag from. $390 for this set of Evil Triplets. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say anymore in this video. Like, I honestly have no idea. It's a set of 3 things that are duplicated 3 times, with the only animation being the 2 in the back move their head from side to side. My literal only hope is that this is some kind of error on Halloween Costumes' website, and that they will not be $390, and someone made a huge mistake over at Halloween Costumes, and that it'll get changed when they're, like, officially sold, because obviously they're not, like, up for sale just yet. These are, like, I guess, sneak peeks, you could say, almost. Like, almost what, like, Spirit does. I'm hoping this is an error. If they are supposed to be $390, I don't know. The things are just insane. I don't know anymore. That's all I have to say. Definitely not my favorite. These are absolutely probably my least favorite from the 4 Halloween costumes we've taken a look at today. Because of that price tag, because of the look, because of just the wildness going on, I have no idea. That's the evil triplets. Alright, and finally we have the pumpkin scarecrow, brand new for 2023. And as for the 4 we're taking a look at, this one is kind of, I guess, in the middle, and what is my favorite and absolute least favorite. Again, it doesn't stand out, and compared to other animatronics from other Halloween companies, this one would be at the bottom of my list, just because, again, the quality doesn't seem high. It looks very, very cheap. The animation is very simple. All he does is kind of like move from like side to side. I guess you could say. I'm not really sure what they call it. It's kind of like a weird side to side. He's got some LEDs in there. He's got some very strange looking hands and fingers. The face is probably my favorite part about this, because at least the face is kind of interesting. I don't know if that's the word to use, but it's kind of an interesting looking pumpkin face. One eye is there, the other eye is not there, just kind of blackness. Again, my main issue with it is the audio, and like I said in the beginning, this would be a reoccurring theme.
Watching. Waiting. I see it all.
You listen to the audio on this guy, and it is once again just sounds like a regular person that was not edited whatsoever and just slapped right into the control box for the pumpkin scarecrow. I will say it again, I feel like the main issue with Halloween costumes in the past, but then definitely highlighted for 2023, is the audio. They need to get better audio. They need to start editing stuff. The second biggest issue, in my opinion, with Halloween costumes is their quality. I brought it up for everything we took a look at today. The quality in these stock photos doesn't even look good. Normally, they can edit stock photos for different companies to make them look good, and then maybe in real life they aren't the best. These stock photos make them look cheap, and that is definitely not a good thing. I don't think Halloween Costumes is a terrible company. I think they do have hope, and I think they can do good things. I just feel like the manufacturers that they're using, I'm not even sure who they are, because obviously they don't use the main manufacturers like SVI, Techie, Crazy Crate, Party Time, all those things. They don't use them. They use kind of their own people, I believe, or some kind of companies in China. They are definitely messing them up. They are going cheap on manufacturers, which results in a kind of lower quality looking animatronic, and it's very sad to see, because maybe they have really cool concepts and really cool ideas over at Halloween costumes, but I feel like the main things messing them up are both the audio and the quality that comes from their manufacturers. I feel like if they went in a different direction, we would see better and higher quality stuff. Alright, so there you have it, some of the brand new animatronics coming from Halloween costumes for 2023. Overall, I am definitely not a big fan of any of these animatronics that we took a look at. It's definitely unfortunate, because I had these same opinions last year with the Halloween costumes lineup, and then again, I am feeling those kind of same thoughts and ideas this season for 2023. I have hopes that maybe Halloween costumes can turn this around, this kind of unlucky streak for 2024, because again, I feel like it's just their manufacturers that are messing them up. I think they have good concepts and good ideas, but they're making stuff cheap when they could put more money in and really make a fantastic lineup with cool animatronics that would actually get praise, and haunters would really like it. I just feel like that is solely what's messing them up, but again, I have hope for them, and I think that maybe we could see a promising lineup from Halloween costumes for 2024. But I guess, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. Also, guys, headed for more Halloween costumes 2023 videos. Goodbye.